Hello, today on Arts24, Richard Gere, Kevin Costner, Uma Thurman, Selena Gomez and Zoe Saldana. It's been a star-studded weekend here at the Cannes Film Festival. The Cannes Film Festival brings together big talent and big brands from all over the world. Actress, director and producer Eva Longoria comes every year as a L'Oréal Paris ambassador. The brand uses the event to showcase its diverse representatives and celebrate female directors with its Lights on Women award. I've been chatting to the Desperate Housewives star.
Hi, I'm Eva Longoria and you're watching France 24. Wait, I said French. I said French 24. That's a drink, isn't it?
Eva Longoria, hello.
Hi.
You are a regular at the Cannes Film Festival. Tell us, what does it mean to you?
It's so much fun. I enjoy it. Next year will be 20 years that I'll be here in Cannes with L'Oréal. I love it. I love this community of filmmakers and the curation of films that are here. It's just like so global, more global than any of the other festivals, I think.
Can you tell us about one of your best memories from the festival?
I have so many memories. You know, my first Cannes was fun because I just didn't know what it was. I didn't even know what it meant, Cannes. I was like, what is that? I kept saying, I think I said Cannes. I don't remember what I called it. I was definitely saying it wrong. And I, bought a dress for $40 and went to the Palais. Like I didn't know what it was. And I loved that naivete. I just really liked that I got to experience and look at it from the eyes of like, wow, what is this? And I loved the time after my son was born and he was a baby and I brought him to Cannes. I had just gave birth and to kind of be here as a mom and to do double duty was also fun. And then I've had so many amazing fashion moments too that I've really enjoyed. And there's no greater, I think, carpet than Cannes.
I wanted to say, actually, thank you so much for your post about what you wore on your first Cannes red carpet, a $40 dress. I think that's quite inspiring for women out there. What message would you say to people watching, women watching, who probably don't have access to posh clothes, hair and makeup artists?
I always say that. It's not the dress, it's the woman who wears it. Yeah, I always say that. There's so many times that I've worn very, very frugal clothing that is not a lot. I literally bought a dress on TikTok the other day for $3, and it's going to be my dress of the summer. It's my favorite dress. I love it so much.
I want to talk a bit about your career. After the success of Desperate Housewives, you have made a concerted effort to pursue directing, despite initial resistance. 10 years later, after Desperate Housewives, you released your first feature film, Flaming Hot. Tell us about that journey to get to this point.
I've always been a director-producer that fell into acting. When I moved to Hollywood, I worked at a production company. I was a PA. I was an assistant director. I loved the making and collaboration of a project. And then I became an actor, and then Desperate Housewives took off, and I felt like I was on set as an actor, not reaching my full potential. I was just standing there saying lines, and I'd go home. And I wanted to do more, and I knew I could do more. And so I asked a lot of questions, and I used Desperate Housewives as my film school and started directing, shorts and then episodic and half hour and 1 hour and single cam and multicam. And then before you knew it, 10 years had passed of me directing, and then last year was my first feature. So I've had a lot of fun, but I like doing all of it. I like acting and directing at the same time.
And one of the reasons you have been doing that is to give more opportunities to the Latino community.
Yeah.
Did you feel a lot of responsibility doing your first feature film?
Yes. I felt like my my first feature film had to say something. It had to be about something. It had to teach something. It had to change people's minds. And I felt like I put that pressure on myself. But I loved telling Richard Montañez's story, and I thought it was a great vehicle to show ourselves as heroes, right? There's heroes from my community, and we've done great things, and we can do great things, and we're not just one thing. And so I really was so happy that was my first feature.
Spicy? Yeah, see, that's how I got here.
Dear God, please forgive me for the gang, the drugs, the stolen cars.
What the heck, man? Let's move it.
Hey, he is praying, pendejo. Go ahead, baby.
Your TV series Land of Women is coming out this summer.
Yeah.
Your first main role since in a TV
'cause
series?
I did telenovela, but that was only one season, and then I guest starred in a couple places, but this is probably my first proper return to television, and in Spanish. It's my first time acting in Spanish.
So what can you tell us about it?
It's, if you like Desperate Housewives, you're going to love Land of Women because it's the same tone. It's a dramedy. It's very funny, but it also has a mystery and some drama. It's about 3 generations of women, my mother, myself, and my daughter, and we have to flee New York suddenly in the pilot and go to the hometown of my mother in Spain. I barely speak Spanish, and my daughter's like, why are we here? And I can't tell them why, and it's just a lot of situation for comedy of like us being a fish out of water.
Okay. Eva Longoria, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now to the critics' favourite film so far here in Cannes. Emilia Perez is a surprising transgender crime musical in Spanish starring Zoe Saldana, Selena Gomez and Carla Sofia Gascon. It received an 11-minute standing ovation at the premiere. This could be one to watch out for at the awards ceremony on Saturday. It's directed by French filmmaker Jacques Audiard. Let's hear from them at the Cannes press conference.
Why in Mexico? And why in Spanish? Something shocks me deeply about Mexico. The missing people, the women murdered for their gender. It's awful. I wanted to make a musical. I wanted people to sing and dance. So why not in the context of a tragedy?
Jacques and I didn't even need to talk to each other because we knew exactly what we were expecting from one another. I just want to say that trans people are normal people like everybody. I am not stupider or smarter because I am trans.
The more I surrounded myself with the world of Emilia Perez, the more I was going to be able to understand as Rita what it was that she was going to be asked to give up in order for her to obtain what she wanted.
Now, from the Mexican world of cartels and violence to a film set in an isolated conservative village in southern Egypt. In The Brink of Dreams, a group of disenfranchised Coptic women rebel to form an all-female street theatre troupe. Dreaming of becoming actors, dancers and singers, they defy their families and the locals with their provocative performances. Andrew Hillier reports.
In a remote village hundreds of kilometres south of Cairo, a group of young women dare to challenge Egypt's strict conservative norms. The Brink of Dreams follows the girls as they form an all-female theatre troupe and chase their dreams.
One of them wants to be singers, the other wants to be a dancer, the third one wants to travel to Cairo and study theatre. And we are following them for 4 years to see them, how they transition from childhood to womanhood and if they will achieve their dreams.
The documentary has been selected for the Cannes Critics Week, bringing its leading protagonists all the way from El Barsha to the French Riviera. On Friday, they sung and danced on La Croisette to draw attention to the issues raised in the film. It's the second feature of Egyptian filmmakers Ayman El Amir and Nada Riyad, who've brought feminism to the big screen, showing that it isn't just a creed for the rich and famous.
It's in villages and it's in remote places, and I think we always assume that it's just in educated contexts and with educated people who are rich and who have knowledge and privilege, but it's actually women coming together creates movement in any place.
Unique and compelling, The Brink of Dreams is one of the rare Egyptian films at this year's Cannes Film Festival.
So we'll leave you with a look at the British actor Ben Whishaw as radical Russian activist Eduard Limonov. Limonov, the ballad, comes from Russian filmmaker Kirill Serebrennikov, who you might know for his features Leto and Petrov's Flu. It may be hard to imagine Ben Whishaw, who we know for Paddington and Bright Star, as this subversive Russian writer who died 4 years ago. Thanks for watching. See you next time from the Cannes Film Festival.
New York? Yes? Fuck you! You see, the worse it is, the better I like. You are pretty frank in your books. Is it all true? I can only write about what happened to me. I hope Brodsky's comments didn't upset you. I don't give a shit. But Baryshnikov was ecstatic. When he was asked who I am, Baryshnikov said, "Oh, he's another Russian." I like that answer. Yes, I am just another Russian.